once again. We are live by the power, by the wonder of the internet. Let me get confirmation, because you know how YouTube can be. Ba-ba-ba-da-ba-ba. Ba-ba-ba. There it is. Let me pull up the Discord thing so it stops freezing. Hello everyone, welcome back to Knock on the Coffin Lid. The grand farewell tour of the alpha version of the game continues today with my favorite character, and I am joined by a very special guest to talk all about him. Alex, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Alex, game designer of Red Bull Studios, and I'm really happy to be here.
I'm happy to have you here, and happy to have been invited back for part 2.
Of course.
So to unlock the second character in the game, you have to defeat the usurper Sigismund, who we began to talk about last time. Well, Mortis began to tell us about him. And I did that. Nice touch on the coffin, by the way. I like the change. And today, by defeating the usurper as Percival, we can play as Bjorn.
By the way, if you defeat the other enemy, you will have a different coffin.
Oh. I like the smirk.
Where am I? What is this place? Who's here?
Wake up, you cursed spawn. New great deeds are waiting for you.
Mortis, where are we?
In the tomb of Ingvar, not far from where he died.
Right, and what are we doing here?
Sigismund lied to you. The antidote was fake, and you were poisoned along with everyone else.
Don't play with me. Why would he kill me? And why am I alive now?
Why did he kill you? Ask Sigismund. He decided you had to share the fate of the others. I thought you'd want to get your revenge, so I resurrected you. That's why you're alive now.
Thanks, but I have more important concerns.
Your curse, I know. I'll rid you of it if you kill Sigismund.
He too promised to heal me, but instead, he apparently poisoned me.
That's beyond his power. He was lying to you. But I can do it. I'll break the curse as easily as I brought you back to life.
Then do it now. I'll swear on anything you want.
I'll do whatever you want. I'd gladly tear that traitor's throat out.
If I cure you, how will you kill him? You will fail without your lichen strength.
Let's say you're right. But I'm not going to pretend that I believed you.
First, take revenge, then heal yourself. By the way, if you don't agree, you'll end up back in your cozy little coffin. Do we have a deal?
Do I have to say yes?
Go, Bjorn, until we meet again.
I had not seen this before, and
Oh,
it was great. I did not know.
Will repeat until you've completed the journey to its end.
So I can kill them all, as many times as I want.
We're back.
I knew you'd like it.
Now we're done. I did not know that Bjorn knew Mortis already.
Could it be that
Oh.
Sigismund killed me just because he couldn't keep his word and cure me?
So that was interesting.
I've never heard his confession, but I believe that is the case. You would have never forgiven his deception.
Not for the world. Mind you, I wouldn't forgive your deception either.
I understand that completely. If you don't disappoint me, I'll return the favor.
Deal.
So that was a very different start than the Percival start. Very different.
yes, because they have like really different characters.
Yes, but also, Bjorn, just a brief introduction, Bjorn is slightly more complicated mechanically than Percival, and he also seems to be a little more deep into the story than Percival, because the Percival is supposed to be like a character that you're just thrown into the game with, you know nothing, and you're learning slowly. But Bjorn, he already knows all these people.
Yes, that's correct. And actually, this is the way we developed the story. So with Bjorn, you will know even more than Percival, and with Vanadis, you will know nearly everything.
Oh.
But nearly.
Nearly. Is this my first...
Big surprise.
I'm sure there are plenty of surprises awaiting. This is not my first run as Bjorn. This is my first run on the save file. But I have played Bjorn many a times since his earliest inception, and I love him greatly. No bias, but he's my favorite character. And
Yes.
last time, we went to the right, and I actually had a question. Because over to the right here are our dwarven friends. And in my experience, Bjorn does not fare incredibly well against dwarven friends because of his skill, which burns when he plays it. So we're going to be going to the left today, to the Rotten Bog, where love and happiness is everywhere.
Yes.
So my question was, here on the left, we'll be meeting some of our elven colleagues. Call them colleagues, I guess. Do you want to keep, for the changes to events that are coming, do you want to keep dwarves on the right, elves on the left, or will you kind of be dotting them out and about to wherever you find appropriate?
This would be the same, but changed a little. So we will have dwarves on the right, elves on the left, and actually bandits in the middle.
Oh.
Because they're like searching the battlefield for loot, and all the fights are happening in the middle.
Yes, just scavenging like the crows they are. So Bjorn, if you've never seen Bjorn before, he's a little complicated in that he doesn't have mana. Well, not complicated, but different. And that's really one of the reasons I love him, because he's different from pretty much any other character across this entire genre. His health is literally his resource. And I love walking that line a little dangerously. But that'll change in a moment when we have dealt 5 attacks. We get our notches over here, and there's also instinct here. And with 5 notches, we transform uncontrollably. Well, kind of. The shtick of this class for Bjorn, which is his base class, and controversially could be his best in my opinion. The others get really cool effects, but I love this composure card. This lets you draw it whenever you transform, and you can use this to control your werewolf form so you don't get the penalties, which is, adding curses and stuff to your deck. And I had a question for you, Alex. Back in my day, a long time ago, composure it started in Turnskin, but anyone could get composure if they came across it. And eventually it was made unique for Turnskin. If you remember, what was kind of the thought process behind that?
It's was a very long journey with Bjorn. We have like 3 or 4 completely different iterations of how he works. For example, one of his first versions was just normal mana, normal health, but he would transform into Lycan when you reach like 100% ferocity, and each of his cards would add to this ferocity, and you would transform without any negative effects.
Oh.
We played with it around for some times, and he was so overpowered. We tried to tune down his numbers one time, second time, third time, and he would still destroy literally everything. So we need to think of another idea of how to have a different hard side to his form. So we thought that playing with his cursed status was a very good and fitting idea for this.
I didn't know about that iteration.
Yes, it was on some closed testing. It never thought live servers. And about Composer, we want players to have an easier start with Turnskin, because a lot of players are having problems in understanding how this works. So I have some knowledge that Turnskin is the easiest class, but it's not the strongest class.
Right.
You can play really safely without with gaining some benefits from it, but without gaining some insane benefits that you can, for example, with Moon Druid or some other classes like Madman with 2 turns in a row. By the way, if you remember them all, you can really share with our
Sure.
players.
So, we are playing as Turnskin Bjorn. This is the base class, and as Alex mentioned, probably the easiest of Bjorn's archetypes. And I believe the two, besides a few unique items Turnskin has access to, the two main things is that he starts with 5 Balm, which means he will heal at the start of the turn. And the other main thing is that he has this unique Composure card that we've talked a little bit about. And it allows you to control your werewolf form so that your little curses and scourges, they don't spiral out of control. But that is not the only way to be a Bjorn. And the second class is Stray. We probably won't see, if last stream was any indication, we probably won't see any of these today, but Stray is a fun class in that you don't really deal with the curse penalty of the werewolf, but you do have a stacking debuff that can be negative. You lose like 2 HP at the end of each turn for each stack, and then at 5 stacks you go insane or something. And you draw like 2 cards. It's absolutely terrible getting that thing.
Well, it's not anymore.
Oh,
If you saw, we had like a little rework of a Stray class. So now it is possible to play around your insane form, because you will draw every burned card, right?
Why are
So if you have a lot of talents or skills that burn, you will draw them again and again and again. So if you can survive for some time until you have your deck back, this is a really strong option.
so you did change Stray when I wasn't looking.
Yes.
I'll go over the other two. The other two, I think, are really strong, but we'll talk about them once Mortis begins, or ceases the questions.
Because I hate them, and I want to kill. What's so hard to understand? You do know what they did to me.
I understand your resentment, but is there no way you can hold yourself back?
You do not understand my resentment, and you've never felt the all-consuming rage of a lichen. If I could contain myself, I wouldn't have become an outcast. But, I can only partially control the wolf side of my nature.
Only partially. So before I continue with the classes, a fun thing with Bjorn is he doesn't use shields. He's not about protecting himself. So he can dual wield, and I love this feature. So I ended up picking up the club here, which should allow us to deal loads of damage. I'm very excited. But his third class is Madman, which was briefly mentioned. And Madman, there's an effect for Madman I don't remember, but then it's like, if you're below 50% HP, you just get a second turn. And it's loads of fun. I remember I did a patch notes video actually when you first made that change, because that was also when you changed Veteran to what it is currently. And I was like, Veteran's been knocked down from the best class in the game, and now it's Madman. But the last class is Lunar Druid, and Lunar Druids received some changes as well over the years. Ah, it burnt. And now it changes how the curse mechanic works slightly. Because right now, when you get a curse, the Scourge Lycan, excuse me, it becomes an ethereal card that if you draw while in Lycan form, it becomes a curse. And if you draw it if you draw the curse, you just take damage. It's been so long. I think you just take damage. Will it show me? No, not quite. But in Lunar Druid, you just get curses in Lunar Druid, and then you get benefits for them existing.
No, you won't take damage. You will receive some poison.
Oh, right. You used to take damage.
Yet some elves still attack you.
Not every elf can recognize an outcast, but my appearance arouses suspicions in many of them.
And once they realize you're an outcast,
They attack. An exiled Lycan has no right to return to the Elven lands, under any pretext.
the relationship between the elves is much more interesting than I thought.
This two-faced society hides many dirty secrets from prying eyes.
Are we going... Oh, it's the champion. There's an elven fight down here with an archdruid, which I believe has some unique responses from Bjorn.
By the way, about...
Okay. Bjorn has been approached by a strange man who has offered a sword, and he explained the sword is looking for an owner. He immediately realized that the weapon was cursed and it would be better to refuse the gift. On the other hand, even curses can be useful. I would know. So both my weapons are actually pretty useful. But I'm going to take it.
Yeah, I will have a little spoiler about this event.
Okay.
And how we will change it a bit. We want this cursed sword to become something really, really cursed.
Already more cursed than this.
Yes. So imagine a situation if you have this sword. We thought about the idea of why this man is trying to give this sword to you. And we remembered some old tales when something was cursed, and the curse can only be lifted if someone accepts something from you without paying any cost.
Oh.
Only then the curse will be lifted. So if you sell the sword to some trader, this won't help you to get rid of it. And you know which next reward you will receive.
Loads of curses, I'm assuming. Just more curses.
No, you will love this sword. It will be everywhere.
I already quite like the sword, because we're heading into the land of curses. Well, statuses, curses, similar things. And so Curse Set Bjorn is one of my favorite things to do. It's amazing.
We have a save from our testing team. They sent it us for fun because they have had a Lunar Druid Bjorn with 10,000 HP and 300 curses in his deck.
That is amazing. I should have mentioned for Lunar Druid, one of the coolest things. The only character I've beaten, or excuse me, the only version of Bjorn that I've beaten the end with so far in like his newer versions when his story mode was complete was Lunar Druid, because I just had so many hit points from his unique Lunar Druid set. And it was amazing.
Mortis chose a good time to resurrect me. And the place was not chosen by accident either. I felt that I could influence the course of events, and that it was all up to me.
Finally, elves will get what they deserve from me. The day of reckoning has come. Hold on, my dear tribesmen.
But I ought to forgive them. Otherwise, what's the point of lifting the curse?
some conflict in Bjorn's well-being.
That's actually the same voice actor.
He did a great job. So Bjorn, when resting a campfire, unlike Percival can heal or train, and Bjorn can cut a card or train. What was the thought process behind that, if there was one?
Well, Bjorn does not really need to heal, okay. And this is not his in his character, because he's not like resting. He's always affected by his curse. He's non-stop suffering, so he can't really sleep and be healed from that.
This is always a burn card now, huh? I see.
Yes.
So one of the things I love to do is I love to upgrade all of the instinctive attacks, his basic thing, just to give them all instinct, as the name suggests.
Well, actually, instincts are like a very fishy thing that we are trying to do because it's random. So we want to add some more different instincts, but the randomness will begin to increase, so we are very careful with that.
Yeah. I don't know how many times I've been fighting one of the bosses and I'm just like, I would like to draw a card. No card drawn. I would like to heal. No heal. I would like some spirit. Too bad. Do I want to skip all the elites in this zone? We'll head down this way. A dead drunk dwarf walked past without even noticing me. It seemed like he was heading towards the elves, and if it was so, he was as good as dead. I called out to him. He turned around, saw me, and immediately rushed the fight. But bro, I wanted to help you fight the elves. This is why you don't judge people. Well, at least by their looks. So yeah, gain 1 card, add a Scourge of the Lycan to the discard. Does improved instinct get rid of that negative effect, or does it just make the effect better? Or both?
It just makes the effect better.
Okay. That's terrifying. A second combat adaptation. Wow. So, how do you feel about scarring, Alex?
I can say that this is one of the least popular strategies that we are seeing that people use. So it will receive a buff.
Excellent. I love to hear it. Been playing 2 attacks in a row, gain 4 block. But Bjorn's not about blocking. Draw a jab at the start of the turn. Knife. Let's see. That's not what I want to look for. This. I don't remember how well backstab works with Bjorn. Because his attacks that say 1 notch, that's 2 hit points.
Well, it's helpful, but not that much.
Yeah. Let's take the robber mask.
Not the game,
So
not the
dwarves
game.
fell for Ingvarstead and started an invasion.
Without delay.
Sigismund was right. He counted on that.
Apparently.
A pointless war over a patch of land will weaken Bode. Those fools don't even know who they should actually fear.
It's nice to talk to you, Bjorn. There's no need to explain anything to you.
Unlike that dolt Percival.
It's good that you can see the difference.
Yes.
It's like the effect we're trying to introduce.
I haven't played any of Venetis to see the extreme, but I definitely noticed the difference. It's a nice touch. And this robber mask here is about to be instantly replaced.
By the way, if you can show the whole map.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, we will return after this event.
After I get some honey.
Yes.
We tore down the tree and smashed it to the ground. A broken honeycomb fell out from a broken hive, and a whole swarm of bees flew out, but I didn't manage to pick the comb with my wolf paws. Did not manage. Just gonna eat. So would this be transforming back into an elf? If he didn't manage to pick the comb with the wolf paws? I'm gonna eat it. I had to eat all the honey on the spot. Now I'm back to full health. So, the map. I am zoomed out as far as I can be.
If you can zoom in, you can see some different buildings, camps, and so on. So in the new maps that are coming, we are actually draw every building, every like a little camp that will mean something. So if you encounter an alpha wolf, you will definitely see his lair somewhere on the map near this location.
That's a good touch. I like that. Because there are two cave fights in this area, and there's no caves on the map. From what I can tell. But,
and actually this, like, little piece of land from the left side.
This?
Yes. The original idea was that it's already swamps.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to do some new backgrounds for some battles, and there will be actually a new road that leads to, like, to something like between swamps and frontier.
Nice. I'm debating if I want to go to the shrine or if I want to challenge this elite here. Because if I'm gonna die, I should die sooner rather than later, right? And hello everyone talking in chat. Thank you for joining us today. Let's go to the elite. Oh, hey! I met a fellow in misery. My dear tribesmen set mad lichens upon the dwarves, as if the former were worthless dogs and not their blood brothers. I recognized the hypocritical elves, that is, their strained kindness and justice are worth nothing when it comes to poor souls like me, who, you see, disgrace their noble kinsmen. Unfortunately, this lichen had completely lost his remaining sanity, and even I could not calm him down. Was this encounter made before Bjorn, or...
Yes, it was made before Bjorn, and we have some good news. In some upcoming events, you can be friends.
Oh! We can save our brethren. Well.
Yes, from his curse. Well, you can save him in a Bjorn way.
Ah. Got it. Do not resist, you are being rescued. Bop, bop. That was I love that card. The combat adaptation. I love that card. It's great. I get it on every version of Bjorn. I don't love drawing 3 wills to live when I'm full health. But that's okay.
Well, Assault is a very strong card, actually.
Yes.
I do think we will nerf it a bit.
Aw, but I just started using it. This guy's getting absolutely destroyed. I've had so many runs where this wolf, like just the fact that he added dodge, which I took away with the card you said you were thinking about nerfing. The dodge just ruins it and he like goes back to full health or something. But hey.
Yeah, we do want this like idea of Bjorn that you are like super strong, but something can break you in like 1 or 2 missed moves when you like forgot to change a form or something happened and you like skip the turn, you remain in that form, and then something crazy will begin to happen.
When you forget to do something, oh great, I'm in so much trouble. Well, I do love Knife Trick. And I already have a pretty decent hat, in my opinion. So, I think I just take this and maybe we'll find use for it. Maybe. I don't actually know if I wanted to equip it right now, though. We'll hold on to it. Because the bleeding attack from the axe is actually very useful, since my main form of instinct right now is bloody hands.
I do think that Wolf Pelt is a class item.
Oh! Upon taking damage, gain 1 spirit. Upon burning a Scourge of the Lycan, gain 1 strength. Yes. Normally this is like heal 1 on hit or something? Like when you take hits?
Yes.
A tuft of hair from a mangy werewolf. There was nothing else on it. Class item. Nice. Let us meditate. Let us think deeply about our decisions. So we could get an improved instinct. That could be fun. Or we can buff this card because you said Uvella was too strong. Just lean into it before it gets nerfed. I picked up Wolfstrike here. I have mixed feelings on dichotomous cards. You know, a dichotomous feeling. But burning status cards is probably going to be very helpful. Where we're headed.
Well, about an assault, it's not like it's numbers that are a problem right now. It's like everything that deals multiple attacks on Bjorn is insane. Because of his plus 10 strengths, that's auto damage.
That is true. That's definitely also why I picked the Cursed Sword, which has double strike. I wasn't going to accept a curse for nothing. I need my returns. We're gonna be robbed. Unless I stab them. With my Cursed Sword. I have ward from something. My hat.
Yes, your hand.
Burn a card of your choice in the deck. Not very helpful right now. Can I heal? I can. Perfect. We are also probably going to compose ourselves. Just take a deep breath, you know? Before Composure was a burn card, I actually would upgrade that first, every time. Unconditionally. But now that it's a burn card, I don't know. Hey look, Assault again. Deal 7 damage if drawn, inflict 1 expose on a random... Ooh. Expose is insane. I'm gonna take it.
The only place outlaws could come to the frontier from
Yes,
is
it's a class
the
card.
Heathlands.
It's
But
good.
what are they doing here?
Dwarves are driving them out, forcing them into the Elven lands.
The shorties don't like it when someone settles close to Thundering Mountain. They attacked the frontier for the same reason.
The fugitives headed south and found themselves between a rock and a hard place. All this is upsetting the relationship between humans and elves even more. You can say that there's no trace left of the old friendship.
Yeah, right. Dwarves do it on purpose. Sly skunks.
Yes, that's part of the plan that will ultimately destroy the dwarves themselves.
I get the feeling Bjorn doesn't like anyone living in the frontier.
Not only in the frontier.
True. I was going to ask, is there a way to check how this was a class card, or did you just remember?
They should have a class card. Like a little boarding of class card, but I don't see it here, so I will write down some.
Happy to help.
Thank you.
Oh, The random exposure exposed the druid. What a good draw. Now, is there a reason to... And that's why exposure is good. Is there a reason to defeat the druid's little friends? Because they are chicken and they just run away. Or could you just beat on the druid and have a grand day? Like we just did.
Yes, killing the druid is like the most preferred way.
Got it. Regeneration.
This battle becomes much harder if you play with some buffs and random debuffs on you and enemies, because there are multiple enemies.
Oh, yeah. You know what? Let's take a second assault.
Do all druids know how to turn into a wolf?
Sure. In order to become a chosen druid, one must overcome the curse of the Lycan. It's a mandatory trial.
But that would mean, haha, you want to become a druid.
Yes, I did. What's wrong with that?
You know, knowing the current you, that's hard to believe.
I've changed my thinking a great deal since then. Do I need to explain why?
No, I don't think it needs clarification.
I agree. It doesn't need clarification. Alrighty. More training. Could you imagine how insane this was if the upgraded version said, if drawn, inflict 1 expose on all enemies? Just a wonderful idea. This is why I'm not involved in any form of balancing. In anything.
Speaking of balance, my favorite card is a card that deals triple damage to elves. I just love it.
So I know what card you're talking about. I can't remember what it's called, but I know that card. I have never used it because I've never found an elf outside of this zone. So I always thought it was kind of a waste of a card slot.
It's a common card. It deals slightly more damage than your simple attack.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this has no use in other zones.
Well,
Just a little flavor.
a touch of flavor. Always helpful. It is the little things in life, you know. We made our way to the left and the first champion. Made our way on the first run of the stream. Love it. But some pompous and snobby fool presented himself as a great champion and explained to me in high-sounding words that he wanted to kill me like a mangy dog. In response, I decided to crack his skull open without further ado. Bjorn always has amusing responses to the 3 elven boss options.
Because he really doesn't like them.
Understandably so. Now, I have always ignored the squire, I think. And now that I've said that out loud... Now that I've said that out loud, it doesn't feel very smart, does it? And perhaps I'm going to find out why. You're not going to get mad or anything? You killed your little buddy. Assault would be nice. Darn. I would like to draw. That works. Oh. I was not paying attention to our notches, but that's alright. Is this? Oh no, it's 2. 2, 1, 1. Great. Oh, I should have done this to see if I can get exposure first. Whoopsie. Nah, we're fine. Let's heal up. How do you like to expend the wills to live to like thin out the deck and get more towards the killy stuff, or do you like to keep them so that, you know, you heal over time?
Yeah, I like to keep them. Because with Bjorn, I do like to play defensively for some. really unknown reasons, because a lot of my colleagues playing Bjorn, they're playing like full crazy damage, destroy everything. Maybe you die, but you will have fun.
I approve. Oh, I'm... la, 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 la. Well, that's okay. I love walking. Bjorn represents a line. And you're walking the line of, do I save my health for taking hits? Or do I use my health for destroying everything? And I'm always the latter. Always. And it looks like Assault won us the day again.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, Final Rush, my favorite card.
The final push. We have reduced max HP by 30 until the end of the game. Wow. Gain 20 strength, 20 spirit, kills at the end of the turn. Me. Right?
You. Right.
That sounds like that'd be really fun if I could guarantee I had this card in my hand, the Impatience. So I can just keep drawing attacks. And if I had loads of Instinct. But I think I'm going to take Blood Thinning. That's what I'm going to do. And I want to upgrade it. Ooh. So Bjorn has a unique Ida weapon type, which is Claws. I don't think I've ever used these before.
This is the only option, like a reliable option for the Bjorn to have armor.
That makes sense, because I'm looking at that word and I don't recognize it. Armor, block? What are these? Oh, hello. I mean, why have armor when you can just not be hit? Or, increase match HP by 20, deal 20% of the target's current HP. That could be disgusting.
Especially with some endgame bosses. Yes.
Yes. Or a certain boss that's coming up in the second zone. A certain seemingly undying one. We actually could use it to replace our cursed sword. So I stop being cursed. You know, if I can sell this. I'll take it. The amulet I don't feel is quite as important as Bjorn. On Bjorn, because it's not +1 mana, it's +10 HP instead. But I think I'm going to take the amulet anyway. I'm so indecisive here. At the start of each battle, gain 5 block for each battle 1. Nah, I'm good. Elven Ale. Deal 2 damage and 1 extra damage for each ferocious card in the deck. There's only like 2 ferocious cards that I like.
We do have some insane player reports with ferocious cards, and actually one of our game designer is like, his favorite thing is to play with ferocious cards.
I can understand why. They can get really out of hand. But I just like the one that does like a little bit of everything. Damage, draw, and heal you a little bit. I don't remember what that's called. But we're on our way to the Rotten Bog, which is so, mysterious and so terrible. Met me with its usual swamp stench, which I smelt from a league away. Stinky dead cultists stuffed with the rotten fish didn't frighten me at all. I can scare whomever I want. They're the ones who should be afraid of me. Meet your worst nightmare, you swamp mold. Bjorn is far more confident than I am about this zone. So this is the full map of the swamp. Is there anything you'd like to say about it, like changing it or modifying it that's coming up?
No, this card will pretty much, this map will pretty much stay the same. We will add some little details here and there. As all of the maps, the total amount from the first point to the boss will be reduced. So overall the game will become a bit shorter, and your runs as well. But overall we are pretty okay with swamps. There will be a lot of new stuff in events in swamp. A lot of them will be with Bjorn actually. I hope we will encounter some of the events I can speak about.
Well, I see with my little eyes a glowing shrine. And the shrine for Bjorn is really... Unless you've changed it again. I love this shrine.
I don't think that we changed
Okay.
this shrine.
So we will be heading in that direction. I have 100 hit points. Hopefully that changes soon. But the swamp, the reason the Rotten Bog is mildly terrifying is because pretty much everything in the swamp comes back to life if... So when you kill them, they fall on the ground and they get armor. Usually it's 40 armor. And if you can't destroy them after that, they'll come back. Which isn't that bad, but then when they're undead, every time you hit them, you get a status effect in your deck. Probably should have done this first. Well, that's okay. Which is why I'm glad I picked up that dichotomous attack. Yep. Get mad. That's fine. I really want to upgrade that. So I can put this guy on the floor. How lucky am I feeling? Not lucky enough. There's a fun trick with Bjorn where if the killing blow inflicts bleed, the bleed will go through, I think, on the person on the floor. Well,
We thought for a long time about this thing. We thought like, is this a bug or a feature? And in the end, we decided this is a feature.
excellent. You made the right choice. No, I like the choice. Great choice. So now, this rotten flesh here says card to the draw pile. If no HP is lost, gain 1 strength. Yeah. I'm gonna block this blight. That's cool. I might as well play this. There's the hesitate. Could you all stop being so incredibly rude? It'd be great. Transform, a calculated transformation, I might add. A calculated transformation that didn't go very well. Especially since I'm about to be in cursed form. Well, Lycan form, so I have a Scourge in my deck now. But my notch is refreshed. We didn't draw one. Life as well. Bonk, bonk, bonk. We did it! If my deck cycled one more time, I would have been a little afraid. Deal 2 damage. Oh. Your webcam has done something. Oh, it's back.
Yeah, we have something is wrong with our internet today.
Oh,
Sadly,
I'm sorry to hear
some
that.
problems.
Well, we have the thinning blood thing. So do we just lean into the bleeding? Blight is in this zone, right? This is like the main zone for Blight. I don't think I've ever actually used this card.
It's a class card.
That would be why. So let's try it. Let's try it.
Actually, there is some combinations with this class and this class card for some other types of cards that will grant you blight.
Oh.
We just did not encounter them yet.
Well, if the game offers you two pieces of a set, you take 2 pieces of a set, right? Where are we going? There. As if a bear wasn't bad enough. Ah. So Plague is relatively newish, right?
Yes.
What was the thinking behind Plague? Because I always kind of do this and ignore it.
Yes, one of the main things is you can ignore it. It's like a little feature. With this enemy, like a bear, it's not really that terrifying. You just keep a couple of turns and you are fine. It comes more into play with some other enemies that you are like not really want to skip a couple of turns and take a beating.
One such enemy is actually the boss for this zone. Because we just got lucky. Alright. I think I just... Oh. Not quite. I was going to say I think we win. But I don't think we do. Actually, maybe we do. Counting is hard. Assaults! And he's getting back. We don't win. I feel like I explained this too and I just instantly forgot. But that's okay. We'll just show how powerful we are and do it again. Lacerations, draw a card. Aww. We're basically there.
1 HP.
Have I mentioned how much I love Bjorn? Another assault. I think the game is trying to tell me something.
Well, you did not saw the full tarot cards for Bjorn, right?
I've only seen the Druid one. We can't use skills when you're in human form or something?
As I do recommend you to try. They are very fun.
Oh yeah. Fun is the word I would use. I kind of like Screamer. It's pretty nuts. You can just say, hey, you don't get a turn. Well, an offensive turn. Ah. Oh. Ghosts of mushrooms are an amazing thing. I heard they exist, but when I saw them with my own eyes, I first thought that I was having troubles with my eyesight. If you eat such a mushroom, you will get its ghostly properties, but they're not that good for your health. That's the hint there. They're not that good for your health. So I've seen this event twice now, I think. And one time you were there in chat. And the other time, I died.
You do have a different health properties of different characters, of how much they can take in.
their maximum limit.
I can say that I hope you will remember this in the future. It's like a little spoiler. This exact event will be very important for Percival.
Oh. Well, that's for Percival. I'm going to leave. The main reason someone said you will not die, eat. You won't die if you eat one. But,
yes, you won't die if you eat one. Or any character.
I would like to keep my maximum hit points because I'm hightailing it to the shrine here. For reasons that will soon become apparent. So, as for our friend the vendor, what do you have for me today? Not a whole lot. Huh.
I really love this mask for Bjorn.
This one? The Provoker's Mask. Increase max HP by 15. At the start of the turn, gain 2 strength. All enemies gain 1 strength.
It really supports his stepping on the edge mechanics.
Well, when you put it that way, now I have to buy it. Also, this is a fun elixir, the Elixir of Rage. I remember for the longest time when Bjorn was first introduced that this gave energy, which did not much. Because this is Percival, like the opposite of Percival's, or the
Bjorn's
version.
Created Bjorn for open beta, we had a lot of stuff that we forgot. For example, an event with a little boy, which reduced your maximum energy with his toy, and Bjorn had no energy, so he was like, whatever.
Well,
so we had a lot of fixes to do.
Maybe I'm not going to buy it. Do we want to remove a card? I always am on the fence with Bloody Hands because it's like a conditional thing and it costs 2 notches. But it's been putting in some work for us. Although now that we're getting 1 notch instinctives, I think we'll just toss one of them. Just one. Keep the other one. And I don't really want to sell anything because I don't really want to buy anything else. Just hold on to this. For, reasons. I don't actually know if I'm going to need them in this map, but hey, better safe than sorry. I look like that Provoker enemy, which I'm pretty sure is where you got the mask. Oh dear. Cemetery ghouls. As allowed, feed on fresh corpses. That much is known. However, no one's been buried in the cemeteries of the Rotten Bog for a long time, because cultists just won't die, but turn into zombies under the influence of the ichor. It turns out that the local poor ghouls simply have nothing to eat. However, they are not disheartened. After all, you can always make a fresh corpse yourself. I've made plenty of them.
I have a theory question for you.
Okay.
If you would imagine a friendly chat with Bjorn and this friendly looking guy, what would it be about?
Well, if it was truly a friendly discussion, I wouldn't be surprised if they were discussing the tastes of the local populace. And perhaps foreign things they've eaten. Exotic foods.
Well, if you put it this way, in this event and in some other events in future, you can discover a lot of exotic tastes with Bjorn.
I love exotic tastes. Now, unfortunately, not the best draw here. So we're just going to do that button and move on. I love that card. One. I have a hard time counting anyway, but when I have to count and their values are different, it gets a little even more complicated. But I'm going to use combat adaptation here to leave this form safely. Boom shakalaka. Now shall I enter the form?
I think it would be a bit more easier when we introduce a new battle log and some new buffs.
I'm not sure what buffs you're planning on adding, but the battle log I cannot wait for. This sucks. Almost. Oh, he's dead. Plague doesn't deal damage. How do you get plague damage? Like, on yourself? Or... I don't think I know any cards that do plague.
There are some items.
Ah. Items, okay. Well, that's a nice little touch that wasn't important to us. Oh, I love this card. This card's pretty good too. This card as Lunar Druid does obscene, terrifying things. If only we were Lunar Druid. But I think I'm going to take a second in patience, because Bjorn is not known for his patience. This would also be pretty good. We'll take impatience. Oh. I won't sing for you, but the circlet of life is really strong on Bjorn. But I'm a big fan of this mask. I think you were right on the money with this one here. But we're gonna take the spiked armor because I love spikes, and I don't have a chest piece. Withdrawing curse, restore 10 HP. Upon taking health damage, gain 1 spirit.
I don't like this trophy. And actually, one of my own tasks for some really close future is that we will change a lot of trophies, because I do think some of them are really not that great.
I agree. I agree.
Such a sad fate doesn't befall everyone. The chosen ones gain superpowers and become the keepers of the cult.
Which is definitely not a boss.
That's different. When there's hope. I too was hoping for the best when I agreed to become a Lycan.
Although you knew it could turn into a nightmare, everybody hopes for the best.
At least they can be sure their own people won't turn away from them, no matter what happens.
Aw, Bjorn. That is true. There's an event, I'm not sure if we'll encounter it, but there's like at least one event where people are asking to save the zombies, their fellow undead villagers. Is this my final instinct? It is. But let's upgrade this. This will be important later. More so than now. Oh boy. A plaintive voice was calling for help from the bottom of an abandoned well. I approached it cautiously. There was a rope on the ground near it, and I could have thrown the end of it to the poor fellow, but I knew at once that it was some kind of trap. My wolf senses have never failed me. If only Percival were so observant, I probably wouldn't have found out what this is. Out of curiosity, I looked down into the well, and a terrifying creature was climbing up towards me. I believe this is the first enemy that introduces insubstantiality. Maybe.
It is.
It is. So insubstantiality reduces all damage taken to 1. When the effect is removed, it changes intention to escape. Mark of Death sounds bad. I don't remember how to get rid of it. Was exposed to anything? No. Okay.
You don't need to find the card. It will be in your deck.
Ah, okay. Well, counting. 2. Yeah, should work. The bonus damage isn't all that helpful here, but this way I won't transform accidentally. When the counter reaches 0, kill the mark bearer. Great! I'm not sure if bleeding is helping here. It's going down by 1. Got it. 1 naturally each turn, and then 1 when she casts the spell. Well, I'm just going to keep hitting. Patience. For a second, I thought I didn't draw anything. I was going to get very concerned. I guess I'm going to fish. Okay. I continue to be concerned. I did, however, draw both Impatience. Okay. Don't play that.
You also have a potion if you need something extra.
That's true. I didn't forget. Thank you. Aha. Alright, I'm going to draw one more and see if we just get it naturally. Because we're down to 5. We did not get it naturally. What will help me destroy her? That, probably. Removes insubstantiality. And now we punch. Yay! That wasn't too bad.
Well, actually, about this event it is one of our main events, actually, for the upcoming patches, and you can write down the well.
Oh.
With a whole new area to explore.
Like a map, or just like a series of choices you get to make?
Like a map.
Oh.
Yes, this is big. We have some of this new mechanic in different places, but to explain this mechanic, the best way is like mini dungeons that you can enter if you want, complete them in some way. They will be different from the whole map, because when you are in this dungeon, you won't be stopped for walking in one single direction. You can explore everything, every single point that is.
Oh, I like exploring everything.
Everyone does.
So are there, for some of these mini dungeons, will there be like an environmental effect that's just some constant thing affecting you and maybe the entire battlefield, or not that far yet?
Not an environment effect, but yeah, the longer you stay there, there are some things.
Oh.
And you can die.
Great, a countdown to doom. I am not going to walk that line very well. If my Bjorn play is any sign of that. Huh. What to do? Winning seems good. They're both doing 18 to me. Ah, well. So these are the... I probably should have just killed one of them and then missed the other. These are the mites, which are native to this area. The swamp.
Yes, mites are native. I would tell a story about mites, actually.
I'm all
Mites
ears.
were not native. We actually, one of our tarot cards was the original idea is like you can encounter any enemy anywhere, so everything is random. And this was the quickest idea change after our first battle was with 2 mites in Frontier.
In this idea, did the HP scale to the area, or did you just get thrown at 2 100 hit point mites?
No, nothing scaled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can see why it changed quickly. I kind of want a second random exposure for more exposure. Ooh. Gain 1 spirit, gain additional optional instinct from instinctive cards. If no instinctive card is played during the turn, lose 1 strength. Do you know off the top of your head what these optional instinct is? Or does it just mean you get like 4 choices instead of 3?
You get 4 choices.
Ah.
And with fusion, you will get them all.
You know that I love my fusion. Speaking of, where is it? I would like that. Oh. Do I want it? My current weapons are actually pretty good for what we're doing. I'm just checking to see if I have any other ways to bleed besides the blood thinning. And laceration. I don't. You know what? I can take them because I don't want these other things.
You do know that there is weapons that, like an axe, that all of your attacks have 1 bleeding.
Oh, that wasn't that one that I just skipped, was it?
No.
Okay, good. Well, more claws. Restore 2 HP when enemy takes damage from bleeding. And victim. Deal 28 damage to all enemies and add an exhaust card to the discard. I'm assuming this is a curse of some kind?
Yes.
I mean, I'll take him. I don't think I want to equip them, though. So far, our HP recovery has been just fine. Just dandy. You know what? For this one enemy, let's try these claws out. It also gives 2 of the basic instinctive cards. Oh dear. Are you the... No. One of these guys explode. And I don't like them. 2,
Yeah,
1.
these are the enemies that begins to play with Plague a little harder. But the peer that was in the beginning of location was like to tell the player what a plague is. So being surprised.
That makes sense. Because I believe Plague is really only in this area, right?
Yes.
Which was just a lovely addition, by the way. If I could transform, I'd kind of be into just, like, dunking on this guy. But I can't. Blight is not Plague. Those are 2 different things.
Yes.
I probably should just play that card.
Blight is the exact thing that you will receive from your Curse of the Lycan. You will receive Blight.
That's right.
That's a card for that. So you know, if you have 1 Curse of Lycan, maybe it won't be too bad.
Maybe. I'm still not going to try and get one, but... At least it'll be a silver lining on the oopsie daisy I didn't count right. Barbed. Barbed. I want it. Okay, I liked the 4th instinctive option. And the negative is counteracted by the Provoker's Mask. But I also really like our... For common weapons, these things are really good for us. But now, we're on the way. Some local priest came to me with his sermons. It turned out that it was just an excuse to talk about a delicate issue. I'll talk to him, sure. Bjorn is personable, right? He needed an assassin to deal with a gang of cannibals, but he wanted to keep it a secret because the other inhabitants didn't mind the cannibals. What a hospitable place. I'll probably move here after I eat Sigismund alive. This... Okay, if this fight is what I think it is, I'm going to be sad. But I don't remember.
It is. It is.
Great. I don't like having rivals. The priest told me where to find the cannibals, and I went to murder them. Okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was. I thought this was the, like the butcher event with the elite cannibal guy that there's an achievement for. And I spent... I'm not even joking. I spent like 45 minutes on that fight trying to get that achievement.
I wished it.
I'm sorry I had to put you through that.
It was fun.
I'm glad you enjoy
By
it.
the way, I wanted to say, with this build, I will spoil you one of Bjorn tarot cards.
Okay.
This is a card called Strength. And the negative effect is you will take 50% of any damage that you deal to yourself. But you gain 20 strength. And I will really want to see it.
Why would you do that? You know what? That actually just sounds like a chaotic mess, though, and I'm all about those. So, I'm probably going to try that one. I'm being laughed at right now, though.
Well, all of our tarot cards are actually will be introduced in a story.
Oh.
Every tarot card will have a different story, but that's like a plan for a future, not the closest one.
So,
But we do have some plot behind this.
So you're saying each tarot card will be introduced in the story, as in, will we find it? Will we play around with it? Or will it just be, like, noted? Like, will Mortis tell us about it? Or something? If you can say.
Yeah, let's not spoil too much about it.
Okay, got it. If I bloodletting him and he falls down, will it bleed him? No. Got it. Will all three of these hit him? No. Well. Okay. I have 3 notches. And I'm about to have a bad time. I guess we'll draw. Don't draw yet, though. Laceration. This isn't bad, though. If only I had more bleeding. Okay. Oh, I should have played this one, because now... Okay, that's fine. Mostly fine. Well. I'm glad one of the cards I drew was this one. Everything is about to hurt. No draw? No draw. Okay. I'll be fine. Oh. Yep. Oh, less fine. We're still okay, though. For a little bit. Blood thinning was so far in my deck.
You do have potions still?
Yes. We're not out of it yet. Although this guy needs to die now. Exposed. Healing. Question. Will the blood thinning bleeding hit him when he's down? Because he's about to gain a lot of health. No. But that's okay. We got our first curse. Okay.
One curse is not fixing.
Hello? End of the turn, gain 4 scarring for every bleeding enemy. I mean, we do bleed stuff, but will scarring help us?
It will mitigate some damage.
It's true. That's true. You know what? Why not? I don't use it very often. I also can't help but notice my deck is getting pretty thick. Pretty thick.
Well, with Bjorn, you actually can place decks because he can play all his event without any problems.
It's true. So, this event, this is the shrine in this zone, and as you would expect, it is a blood shrine. So we can lose 10 HP and remove a card. We can lose 40 HP and remove 4 cards. We can lose 25 HP and upgrade 2 cards. Or, we can lose 70% of our HP, but increase our maximum HP by 100. Here's what I planned. This is current HP, right? Like the lose 70%?
Yes.
Okay, good. Because I would have died if it was
I found a
max
death
HP.
idol in the swamp. That thing is both attractive and terrifying.
Oh, it's called the Death Idol. I didn't know that.
I might make an excellent death worshipper, don't you think?
Absolutely, Bjorn.
Not necessarily.
No.
It's not enough to go around killing everyone you meet to get into it.
Is it not? I'm joking. I didn't think it was that easy.
The desires and flows of that force are incomprehensible to the living. Death worshippers can spend centuries pondering and trying to understand what it actually wants.
However, that gives them centuries-long reprieves to let them try. Sounds pretty good.
I'm with Bjorn on this one.
We do have a very big storyline with some new events that will explain more about Death Cult and his ideas.
Because right now, we don't really know a whole lot. Besides, the villagers turn themselves into undead. And there's a might of some kind. Or are those two different things?
And you will encounter the might. Kind of.
Kind of. Because right now there's just a really big might and then like the queen might, I think, or whatever she is. Well, I'm using an elixir of recovery. Upon death leaves a might. Oh, hey, speaking of mights, the fat stones have them in them. That's terrifying. Well, let's get started. There's nothing to it but to do it. Alright, we'll bloodlet, and we'll save this because we're about to transform. Just kidding, we're not being hit, so we're not going to transform. But we will when I press this button. I should be upgrading these in patience. They've put in a lot of work for us. Not sure what I wanted to do there.
Bleed them out.
That's what ended up happening. There's our curse. If drawn while in lichen form, inflict blight. Well, at the end of a turn, lose 1 HP per blight, increases by 1 each turn. This is why I don't want this card in my deck. Shall we? Sure.
But you can heal, and it is instinctive healing.
It's
if you
true.
apply.
Are you planning... So before this card, I believe all instinctive stuff was like on attacks.
Yes, so this is another instinct.
Are you planning on spreading the instinctive love, or are you satisfied with what it is?
Right now, I think that we do have enough instincts, but I suppose we will add a lot more on like trophies and items.
Ah, yes.
Currently, there is only one clause that do something with instinctive cards.
Gotcha. Well, for the record, I'm down for all the instincts you feel like giving us. I'll take them all. Oh, I need to get rid of that. Oh, hey, there's that talent that I've never played before. And probably am not going to. Because no one's bleeding. Is there any way, I guess I can play that I can fish more health out of this? Not really. Oh, interesting. If there's not another Fatso, there's not another Might that spawns. You just win. Burn a card of your choice from the deck. Increase the cost of this card by 2 until the end of the game. I don't think I like that card. Do I take a second combat adaptation? You know what? Why not? Balm's great. I love Balm. I don't know where I got this health potion, but I'm going to take it. I appreciate it.
From a random reward.
Oh dear. There are human-sized mosquitoes in the swamps. Because of course there are. They attack fishermen and drink all of their blood. So much good blood is wasted. However, you need to be a desperate fishing enthusiast to fish in such a place to begin with. This is an elite encounter, huh? Damage less than 6 is blocked. Oh. Maximum received damage is limited. Removed if damage is taken 4 times in 1 turn. Well, I can do that.
Bjorn can do that. And I have another theoretical question for you.
Okay.
Well, in the upcoming events, Bjorn can not just kill this these mosquitoes, but he can also capture one of them. And why would he do that?
I would think... Oh, probably should have that one. It's his personal... like, soft drink fountain for blood. Just sends it out places and it goes and gathers blood and he just squeezes it back out.
Would be cool. But no.
Aw, darn.
There are some reasons.
I kind of want to draw, but I already have like 4 of these in my deck, I think. Whatever. Hey! Rewarded! Well, I really should be upgrading these impatience cards. GG, little mosquito. Oh, hey, I got an achievement. Slam the boogers. That's an achievement name. I guess I can check what it is.
Cool.
Ooh. Next Curse of the Lycan will gain Balm instead of Blight. We do have 1 in our deck, so theoretically, I only have to play this once and we're secure for a whole cycle of the deck. Hemophilia could be useful, though. 3 bleeding on all enemies. Gain 15 or 10 scarring for each bleeding enemy. You know what? I think this is a skip. This might be my very first skip. I think I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, I think this skip is good. Oh.
The Troll Fist. Gain 2 Balm. Gain 1 Balm upon playing 3 attacks in 1 turn. Well, guess what I love playing.
I don't know what you will choose.
I don't know either. When taking damage to HP, restore 10 HP and add an abscess card. Nope, I'm good. I'm good. I'm fine. This elixir could be very helpful in this zone. The question is, these potions are all very helpful already. This is a really hard choice for this upgrade. Oh, speaking of upgrades, do you like upgrading Will to Live?
No. Personally, I think it's quite fine at level 1. For my strategy, of course.
I agree. And I kept saying I should upgrade this, so we're probably going to upgrade the Impatience. I've said it enough, let's get it done. Now, the only question, this is the thing. The thing is a pain. So the question is, do I bring insubstantiality or... I'm probably going to bring purification. I'm going to save this. We're going to put this in our pocket. Could be helpful later. Bjorn has the best dialogue for this one. I met the winner of a beauty pageant among the swamp monsters. The experience of the rotten bog isn't complete without seeing it. However, it is unlikely you'll have time to share this experience with anyone. To do so, you need to stay alive. And that ridiculous wonder of the world and winner of the pageant turned out to be very aggressive. Together we'll look even more beautiful. Alright. So this is the thing. I dislike the thing. For a number of reasons.
But the thing loves you.
Yes, apparently it does. So the reason, first of all, I should have drank one of these health potions and then put on another potion. Just, you know, for the min-maxers out there that noticed that. But the thing starts with 3 stacks of plague, and so do I. And I believe if I don't do anything, this will go down. But
Yes.
then
But
he's
well,
gonna
you have
hit.
to evasion.
I do. Alright, so hold on. We're gonna skip this turn. Wait, is plague spread if you deal HP damage? Or any damage? HP damage.
HP damage. Yes.
So, hopefully, I guess I'm going to play this. Am I? Gain 4 scarring. Scarring only goes away when it's procced, I believe, so I will play this. Just to chill.
He was not bleeding.
Right. But it's a talent, right? Yeah, so he will be bleeding soon. It'll be fine. I hope. So, he is going to hit me. I'm going to lose this plague. But he is going to get 2 stacks of plague. So that means I just skip 2 more turns to not involve the plague in this fight at all. Never
Yes.
mind. It's gone.
No, it happened before, so...
Great. Now we can play the game. So I don't know if other people do that, but that's my way of approaching this guy. Damage from plague increases strength. Great. I didn't really want to transform, but it worked out. I'm gonna drink one of these. What's this? If no longer affected by plague, strength has no effect on damage. Oh, great, because that was about to be a lot. I'm gonna heal.
Actually, what you did at the start of this battle is actually what you are supposed to do with this battle.
Oh, you're supposed to do that. I was gonna ask if that was your intention behind it, because it seems pretty terrifying if it wasn't. I only drew 1 card. That must mean we're near the end of my deck. Alright, don't do that. No, nope, stop. No. His plague is back. Well, this is a very convenient draw. Don't do it. Just leave me alone,
Should
please.
heal. Should heal.
I should, yes. Preparation to Unity. Why does that sound like something I don't want?
Well, the game was developed by Unity.
Touché. I could heal for 14, but I'm going to keep that there. No, I'm not. I'm going to heal. We're going to heal. Everything will be fine. We're still fine. Weaken. Barbed. heal. Chest him out. Look at this massive health pool. It's so helpful. Could you stop, please? Draw.
No.
No draw. Never draw. But I should be good. We're good. Hey, that was the easiest think fight I think I've ever had. I've had...
Close.
It was getting there, yeah. So, I believe in the past, the thing used to just not take damage if you dealt too little damage. Was that changed?
Yes, we already changed it with the thing, and we will change this mechanic from the other enemies as well, because we received a lot of feedback from our players that it's very annoying. If you have like a card for Percival, when you try to build your deck on playing like a lot of like jabs and steps and a lot of zero cost cards, and they won't deal any damage to these enemies, and you just can't win.
Yes, it was very annoying with playing as Percival. Not quite as bad with Bjorn because you could always, just boost your strength up with the werewolf form, but on Percival,
yeah,
not so lucky. So we have two cards here that look relatively newish to me. And I like this one, the Cursed Deal. We can add a Curse of the Lycan to the discard pile and gain immunity for 1 turn. Well, add 2 curses if I don't upgrade it. This seems like a decent card.
it's a curse,
Not a scourge, a curse.
not a scourge, a curse.
This one is a scourge. Oh, interesting. When you upgrade this, you get 2 scourges, but you also get 2 burnt cards. Excuse me. What is our burn looking like? Could this give me this curse? Probably. That would be very unfortunate. So we have that. We have our 2 combat adaptations. We have Composure. We don't actually have a burn card that would be too great to return. Alright, I think I'm just going to skip this, honestly. Kind of sucks for a legendary, but that's alright. It happens sometimes. Increases match HP by 15 for every kill. Draw 1 extra card until the end of the battle. I think I'll keep my evasion.
Wording is a bit off here. You will draw 1 extra card for each enemy killed.
Just
Not increase your HP by 15 for each enemy. So if you kill like 2 demons, you draw 2 extra cards.
Oh. That's what I thought it said.
Okay.
But thank you for the clarification. During the first turn, all cards cost 0. I think I've used this before, and it's been disgusting.
With a lot of draw, yes, it is.
I'm thinking about
I
it.
do think this is one of the best amulet for Bjorn, except from the set ones.
I do really like my 2 evasion, though. But I'm not going to find any more elven pieces, am I?
We actually had a lot of discussion about how you should find sets. So I would love to hear your opinion. We have different methods of how you can find set items. In one iteration, we decided that we want each set to only drop in its location. For example, for Frontier, you have Elven, Dwarven, Troll, and personal, like Knight or Moon Druid. For the Swamp, you would have a Cursed set. and the blood set. And then we thought that in this situation you will like very rarely complete a full set, so we changed it so you can find anything anywhere. So what's your opinion?
I like the latter approach. Because it was cool, like, thematically to have it all locked in one zone, but I don't think, when that system was in place, I don't think I have ever completed a set. Ever. And I still don't have very many sets completed, but at least I've completed one now, when you guys made that change. So I prefer being able to find anything anywhere. Whether there's, like, restrictions, like if you fight an elite in this zone, the third zone, which we didn't get to in the last stream, by the way, should it drop an elven set? Maybe not. But should a shopkeeper here have a random elven piece laying around? I don't see why not. Hope that was helpful.
Yes, thank you.
But we're here in the third zone, the castle, or the, what was it called? Western Gate? Eastern Gate? The gate? Northern Gate. There we go. I got it eventually. Is there any major change coming to this zone?
In this zone, no.
Oh.
Only the reduce of overall
Length.
points on a map.
Mhm.
And we actually have a lot of elite enemies here, and they are placed here by mistake.
Oh.
So it's, if you can see, towards the end of the map, you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elites in the right portion of the map.
Oh, yeah.
Inside the castle. That's a lot of them.
That is.
And that will be changed, because it is a bit annoying when you're fighting like some greed demon, then another demon, then another demon. Can be tedious, so it will be changed.
Yes, it can. Thank you. I understand, like, the elite before, like this elite down here, right before, you know, the bonfire into Sigismund. I get that elite. But some of these elites out beside the city. Owie. But one of the key features for the third zone, for me, is something we talked about briefly last time, and that is some of these events that just upgrade your entire deck. I think these are cannot miss events, and I go for them so hard every single time.
And you would be able to.
Yes.
When they will be locked in place.
That's true, they'll be locked in place. So now I'll be able to know where to find the event where I destroy the Fire Brotherhood. I mean, save the town from rampaging demons. Speaking of the Fire Brotherhood, hello. They are in my way. I don't remember this being a thing until last time I played. Not last time, but like previously, where this guy does damage based on the block that he has. Like when he has block, he does damage to you when you hit him. That
we changed signs.
That was a hard lesson for me to learn. But as is usually the case in games, I'm avoiding the tank. Well, I'm doing my best. But the curse style deck actually works well here because they inflict their own special statuses. For better or worse.
Actually, speaking about events, I want to tell you a very funny story. We have a joke that's going around our office, which is called the law of the show. So if you remember, there is an event in Frontier when there is a chest that's being buried by some bandits.
Yes.
And they left. And you can try to dig it up and they can return, and there will be a fight, or they won't return at all. And we thought, why? Why this is happening? All of our story is one big time loop, right? Everything is the same. So why sometimes they will return and sometimes they won't? Because this thing should not be random if everything is the same every time.
That makes sense to me.
Yeah, so we have a very thin layer of events, like, you know, like a butterfly effect. So a lot of things that happening in the world will affect the whole story, why they will return. Like 20 events must align in the correct order to do this. That's just a little tiny thing that's, I think, very funny.
So someone, some way is going to have to make it so those bandits come back.
Yes. For example, I won't spoil the exact way, but like a guy in a castle must move from one stone to another location, and this will change the whole world.
A truly random butterfly effect. Or unpredictable butterfly effect. Now, speaking of unpredictable, I just took loads of damage. So we're going to have to find a way to address that. Move 5 cards from the draw pile to the discard pile. If at least one of them is a curse of the liking, gain 6 strength. This card has changed. I remember this being a bunch of draw. I think. I'm pretty sure.
No, it's that one.
Oh, okay.
And the art is just similar.
I met my old acquaintances. The ones in ridiculous gilded dresses.
Bjorn knew the Fire Brothers?
I suspect that your first encounter wasn't particularly pleasant. Did the Fire Brothers chase you?
They almost captured me. And if it hadn't been for Sigismund, they would have fried me up a long time ago.
That explains a lot.
I'm not mad at them at all. You see, they were hunting me because I was hunting people.
Logical.
I meant your loyalty to Sigismund.
Oh, yes, he saved me. But it doesn't matter now.
He saved me once, and then he killed me, so I'm mad at him still. Oh, I never equipped this. Can't help but notice about my health, though. I don't like that. But we'll keep on keeping on. Find a way to heal. One of the demons decided to kill me by destroying my nervous system. He didn't attack, but tagged along with me and kept repeating monotonously, "Give me this, and I'll give you something else in return." He didn't seem to know any other words. Of course, I couldn't endure it for too long. Delete a card and gain a curse. I'm not sure how I know what this does.
Yeah, this event was and will be one of our fun events. So in the upcoming patches, every item in the game will have different effect. Depends on what you will give to him.
Oh, so like
Some will be funny.
every card you give him might have a different effect?
No, you won't giving him cards. You will give him literally anything. A card, a potion, some item, some set item.
Oh. I'm really curious what you're gonna, like, if you give off a super rare amulet or legendary weapon, what would he give you for that?
Yeah, we are like exploring some really fun stuff.
I don't remember this leading to an attack if you told him no. Increased in playing skills, reduced in playing attacks. Okay. Well, everything costs 0 here, but unfortunately, I didn't draw a way to draw. I will use this, though. That way we'll heal a little bit as we keep on keeping on.
You can have more.
This could be bad. This could be pretty bad. This ward is more annoying than I thought it was going to be. Ooh, please draw. I am swiftly dying. Okay, we're going to take this 22. Ugh. I'm not happy about it, but I'm going to do it. And we're going to transform again. Finally, his ward is gone. Soon. It's fine. Not a great heal there, but we're counting. We're counting. Some spirits. I can drink my potion. I have a lot of balm now thanks to the trolls thing. This is 3, 1. Okay, great. I have just enough to play this and come out of my form. Do that. Do this. So ideally, we kind of draw this out, if I can, because I have 22 balm, and I feel good about that. You know what I don't feel good about? Taking all this damage to my face. That doesn't feel great. Maybe this will be heal. Hey! And I'll Thorns. Why not? Yes, transform me. Bring me one step closer. That's a lot of damage.
Yeah, I don't think you can overheal him.
I don't think so either. Heal? Aww. We're just gonna have to impatience our way to victory. Heal? Aww. I keep trying. And I continue to be disappointed. I should have used random exposure there to save me 2 hit points. I like this card. Burn, restore 5 HP, gain 1 spirit. I'll take it. I'll take healing, any healing at this point. Alright, the cursed boots. Knives that don't have knife throw. What is this? The Demon Skull increases max HP by 40. And we get a whole bunch of curses. There's a strange part of me that's thinking about this. Gain 2 strength for each curse in hand. Oh, right, I don't have the sword equipped. Our set's not in. Ah. Well, we still get the draw from the boots. Oh, so here's a question. Trophy. That's what this slot is, right? You can't like hoard trophies and swap them around as you like. You have to pick one and you change it if you find another one. Do you like that, or are you thinking about changing that?
It's a hard question because we do have some ideas of having like
Why do I feel like I
like in
like
a
them in
Witcher,
someone's
like
hands?
some
No one's deprived me of my free will, have they?
2 or 3 trophies that you can have at the same time. But this will affect difficulty in a lot of unpredictable ways, so we are currently looking into this, and I can't give you a very straight answer.
Well, that's okay. Your not straight answer was still helpful. Because I would like that. If we could, I don't know, just have like, maybe just one active, but then others like in the pocket to swap around depending on what we're wearing or find or something.
Actually, yes. We thought and this mechanic would be introduced because right now, if you can see, there is a lot of items that like cursed items and flaming items that are affecting you while being in your inventory. So we are currently investigating some buffs and debuffs on items that can be applied if they are in your inventory and not on you.
Huh. That would change things quite a lot. But I like it. I love hoarding things. Or trying to throw something away as fast as I can in the terms of flaming items. But Bjorn is having a discussion with himself again.
Mortis and Milenis are playing a game in which we're mere pawns.
He knows Milenis as well.
We have an agreement with him, and I'm doing my part. Isn't that how it's supposed to be?
I won't let anyone use me. Never again.
I once trusted the Elfin Druids. And where did it get me?
Then I pledged allegiance to Sigismund. And how did that turn out? To hell with Mortis. I won't hesitate to throw his precious plans to the wind.
Oh, did I say that out loud?
Mortis should come in and say yes. Ooh. I had a hard time finding people who hated Sigismund and refused to worship the demons. They were a bunch of poor fellows, desperate and shaking with fear, but determined still. I promised that I'd kill that bastard, and they gave me a warm welcome. I think this is one of the events that you can upgrade your entire deck with now. And I think it's asked for blessing.
I think so, but I need to check this. But right now, this will take some time. So, yeah.
I think Ask to Spend the Night full heals you.
Yes.
Ask to be Purged cleanses curses? Or maybe just removes cards.
I think it's delete card.
Alright, we're going to go for a blessing. I'm going to follow my instinct. Oh, it's not full upgrade. That's okay. We'll take any upgrades we can get. I guess if I get my final instinct. Just keep giving me upgrades, game. I appreciate it. You can do it. Where's that other thing? I think I want... This doesn't scale that well if I don't upgrade it, because I don't have any ferocious cards. I'm looking for... There it is. Looking for this thing. The second Impatience. Okay, so it's 2 upgrades. That's alright. Mr. Trader. Oh my. I spy with my little eyes the armor of invincibility.
Yeah.
I am going to take this.
For a long time, this was so overpowered with Bjorn.
Is it not anymore? It feels like it's still overpowered with Bjorn.
It's really strong with Bjorn now. But I don't think that it's like the strongest item on him.
I don't think I want anything else here.
Yeah. Fruited Axe would be quite good, I think.
Oh. But I have to jump my Troll Claws. I'm not thinking about equipping both of these axes to just have monstrous strength while inflicting bleed on everybody.
But Mighty Blow would be insane.
It would be, yeah. You know, this inflict 1 weakness on every hit might actually be okay. Or I could reactivate my curse set. I'm carrying this crap around anyway. Are there boots here? There are. Oh look, the boots of the Fire Brotherhood. I want nothing to do with that. Let me take a look in our deck here. I think I'm going to toss Curse of the Lycan, get rid of our curse set, and buy the Sword of Weakness. I think I'm going to do that. We have a lot of random stuff to sell. Give me that. Take this. I'll try and keep our set pieces, just in case. Take this. Go away. I like everything else, mostly. Okay. I feel pretty good about that. Wait, do you have an HP potion? You do not. Darn.
Yeah, I think it's good. And I think that we are currently running out of our time for today.
Time flies so fast.
Of course.
We are at 2 hours.
So what do you think? Should we end it here?
If you're happy with it, I am as well. We just got all the pieces, but I mean, I could do one more combat if you want, or you just call it this final combat.
Yeah, let's do one more.
All right, let's show off our new toys. So the Armor of Invincibility is really... I don't like it on Percival because it blocks block acquisition. But on Bjorn, who doesn't care about block, well, that's a different story. If only I had draw on this hand. If only. But we can punch this guy all we want. All we want, and nothing can possibly go wrong. This also blocks the HP effect of playing cards, which might be a little on the stronger side. But I'll take it. Everyone bleed. Bop. I'm gonna have to composure here to get out of this form, but that's okay. Ah. Isn't it beautiful? Yeah, I think this is a little strong. It took me 3 tries on Percival to get a build up and running, and just one time on Bjorn. We did it.
Well, it's your favorite character.
Yes.
Play too good.
I don't think I want to play these. Or do I? No, I don't. Hey, they're both gonna burn to death. Bleed to death, excuse me. They're trying to make me burn to death. If this doesn't draw, I can't leave this form. Well, can't leave this form. Now here's the question. Will the bleed kick in before they do all their stuff?
It should.
Hey. Not any damage taken. You'll love to see it. And that is why the Armor of Invincibility is so good on Bjorn.
I have to admit, the Fire Brothers' appearance in the Northern Gate was very convenient. Too convenient, even.
Too convenient? What do you mean? It's only thanks to their attack you got your chance.
That's what I'm talking about. As if it was all set up.
Mortis.
The time for your resurrection wasn't chosen by accident, if that's what you mean.
I don't believe you could calculate it so accurately. Too many coincidences and accidents.
Any accident is a pattern that you don't understand.
Are you calling me stupid, Mortis? But, we are at 2 hours. And I think this was a good place to wrap up. build is strong.
Yes, this run was very good. And thank you for your time. It was a pleasure. And I hope, and I think we will see the last part of our saying goodbye with Venedis.
With Venatus, alrighty. That sounds great to me. Thank you for joining me today, Alex. I appreciate it, as always. And I hope you have a great day.
Thank you. And you as well.
Thank you.
So, goodbye. And
Bye.
have a nice day.
You too. Thanks. All right, everyone. That was it. That was... The camera's going to mess up. But that was the Grand Farewell Tour, Part 2 with Bjorn, the best boy. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. I did it for Percival, so I'll do it for Bjorn. I am now both cameras. That is impressive. There'll be a separate video on the channel finishing off this round because it is good. Hopefully I don't screw it up. But thank you all for hanging out today. Thank you all for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. And I will see you next time. I'll let you know if there is Vanatus coming. Sounds like there is. Thank you for the great stream as always and all your VODs. Thank you, Murder Merlot, for joining the Cat's Tale. I did see it. I appreciate it. And thank you to all the other members who support the channel and the patrons. I don't forget, I appreciate you. I'm cut in half. And I am going to go get some tea. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.